Hello and welcome to my another part of Learn Finnish video. So today we are going to learn a bit different because I'm going to teach you numbers and then how to ask time and how to tell time in Finnish. So that's the plan today. Well, numbers are pretty easy, like in most of language, I think. Can't be sure, but in Finnish, well, they are kind of easy, and the logic is, I think, very easy. Well, let's start with number 0. So 0 is nolla, and well, it's nolla. Number 1 is yksi. Then we go up like
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
and then is the number 10. 10. And then is
11, which is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the last is 20, which is 20.
After the 10, it's really easy to try to remember because you'll put like the number and then it like toista. So it's like 11, 12 up to 19. It's like 11 to 19. It's like the number which is when there's like, for example, 12, you know, you say the 2, 2 first and then you put toista after it. So that's very easy to. After 20 it goes 21, 22, 23, like at the same way, and 30 is 30, 40 is 40. It goes like in the same rule, you know, you put the every 10 you put the, for example, if there's 50 you put the 5 and afterwards you put 10 in the other part. So it's really easy. Also there is 100, which is 100. Don't confuse to that the word rain or raining to the verb raining, which means sataa, like it's raining, sataa, which like it's pretty same to sata, which is 100. So that's a bit can be a bit confusing. And after that everything goes like on the rule 101, 102, 110, 120, 130. But after 100 you go 200, 300, 400. There becomes like 1 a in the word sata, you know. It's like in the plural kind of. 1000 is 1000, and after that everything goes with the same rule. 1100, 1000, 150, you know. Yeah, it is like 1000 is like 1000. Then 2000 is 2000. And 3000 is 3000. So, for example, easily, because this year is 2017, it's 2017. I hope you understand this example, but that is how the numbers goes in Finnish. So my battery almost died, so this is the second part. We are going to talk a bit about ordinal numbers, because we just talked about normal numbers. So, like in English and Swedish and other languages, ordinal numbers, the first three is a bit different, and then it kind of goes with a rule, same as in Finland, like yksi, you know, it's one, but first is ensimmäinen, it's pretty long, I know, and then it's kaksi is two, but second is toinen, but toinen can also means for other, you know, because toinen, somebody else has done something else, maybe. So that's the way of that's of two ways of use that word. So, but in ordinal numbers it's toinen. Yes, yeah. And three, oh, it's kolme. But in ordinal number it's kolmas. Well, basically after third it becomes like more of by the rule, because fourth is neljäs, fifth is viides, sixth is kuudes, seventh is seitsemäs, eighth is kahdeksas, ninth is yhdeksäs, 10th is kymmenes. Then after that it goes 11, 12, 13, 14, 14,
15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
So it kind of, the ordinal number, the ending goes with the basic number, not the 10th. Like, for example, 14, 14. There's two parts in the word. There is neljä and toista. Then neljä is the 4, and the toista is symbolizing that it's the 10th, kind of, you know. So the ordinal number kind of comes to the 4th, not to the toista, the 10th part. Hard to explain, but that is how it goes. It's in that part. So basically, to the 11th to 19th, the toista word is basically the same, but the ordinal number ending comes with the first part, like 14, 15, and 14, 15, you know. And by on 20th it goes 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, and so on. After the 20th, it goes pretty much the same, that the ordinal number ending comes with the second word, like ensimmäinen, toinen, kolmas. It goes with that. But it's like 23. 24. Well, it kind of in the both words, the ending after the 20th. 20. 30. 40. But it's really rare to use after 20th, you know, in spoken word or the word with this, but it's always pretty good to handle this kind of stuff. So that was the number part of the video. So now when we have all the numbers and ordinal numbers gone, I tell you about how to tell time in Finnish, or how to ask it. Usually you ask mitä kello on, like what time is it, but it's not, you don't ask like time, you ask clock, you know, because mitä kello on, it's like translated what clock is, kind of. So that is how you ask time in the simple way. If you are in public, you can be like anteeksi, which is like sorry if it's like say sorry that I'm disturbing you, way too good to say. And then you say voisitteko kertoa mitä kello on, which is like can you tell me what time is it, or could you tell me what time is it. That is the best way of asked what time is it. Yay! So now to tell how to tell the time in Finnish. Well, pretty easy if you know the numbers, because the easiest way is to tell if the clock is, for example, 15 minutes over 9, you just say it's 15 minutes over 9, which is 15 minuuttia yli 9. If you wanna say 9, you say varttia yli 9, which is basically the same thing than 15 minuuttia yli 9. The other, what you can, if the clock is like half past 9, for example, like 9:30, you say 9:30, that the clock is 9:30. The logic there is like when it's half past of something, you say puoli and the next number, because we are going to the next hour, so that's why it's 9:30 rather than something over, you know, 9, for example. So that's kind of the logic. Or if you wanna say 10, or is it like 9:45, you know, you say varttia vaille 10. Or if the clock is about exactly the time, you can say kello on 10, which means that it's 10 o'clock. So that's the logic. But if you wanna get the easiest way, it's like you just say it's 9:23, which pretty much people would understand here. Also, you can use yli, which is like over, and vaille, which is to, like to something, no. And also we have, because we have 24-hour system, the clock. It's not like in US where it's, you know, 12 hours, there is AM and PM. We don't have that kind of system. So after 12 o'clock in the morning, you know, it becomes at 1 PM is like number 13, because it's 1 PM. And, you know, it logically comes after 12. And 14 is like number 2, and so on, and so on. And when it comes to midnight, it kind of comes back to 00, so it, and then there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So it's kind of a bit different. But here is lesson learn Finnish part 2 and a bit about Finland. So I see you in my next video. Bye!